we're going to be going over how to climb out of bronze, silver, and gold, of course, in Apex Legends. Now, the three major tips for each rank go along with each other, and they're going to be separated into category, obviously, by rank. So in bronze, learn and practice the fundamentals. So this includes movement, learning how the weapons react, and simply playing the game in general. Lots of people say to practice in the firing range for aim, but this can be misleading. I believe that 9 times out of 10, people make the mistake of not practicing in real-time games. As obvious as it sounds, simply playing the game teaches you specific attributes you need to have and learn to have that only happen during ranked games. In order to become better at ranked, play ranked, of course with the help of wanting to learn, the guns or mechanics, try out maybe arenas or control game modes, It'll help you build instincts, essentially, when you play more ranked games. It'll build habits that you'll need when you're in tense situations or when something happens that you don't really expect. Essentially, you're building a muscle memory to react to these things and to learn to adapt. So, for the silver category, we're going to go over a couple of other things that just go beyond, bronze, basic fundamentals and such. Whatever the case might be, in silver, one of the major things you need to do is find your own playstyle, okay? A lot of the time, people tend to be hesitant with changing how they like to play and what kind of decisions to make. I believe that this rank is just the absolute best rank to do exactly that, right? So figure out and change the way you play the game every game, okay? Learn whether you're a skilled aggressor, or maybe if just defending your positioning sounds better to you, then do that. Either way, figure out what works for you, and once you do, then practice that specific playstyle and master it to the best of your abilities. Once you do this, you can figure out if you are capable of mixing more than one playstyle at a time. That in return leads to ranking out of silver because you know who you are as a player and how your playstyle affects your decisions throughout your games. A lot of the time, your playstyle is essentially how it mandates how your entire game goes. In gold, it gets a little more complicated, more than just mechanics and the fundamentals. You mostly have to start playing as a team, and you also have to start learning how to adapt to situations. In gold, more factors start to come into play, and you're going to have to focus on a lot more than just your mechanics. The two things you need to get great at doing is learning about positioning, implementing your playstyle into your team's playstyle as a whole, etc. If you're like many other players in Apex, you know that solo queuing is very difficult, but of course can be overcome. You may want to start using your mic more as well, using comms, utilizing your team as a whole function, and not just playing individually. If you play solos, talk to your teammates is the best thing you can do because it allows you to learn more about how they play and what they do good and how they do good. If you're lucky enough to have a team around your skill level, then start thinking about how you guys can be more efficient. This includes looting fast, positioning as a whole, calming, knowing when to take fights, adjusting, and adapting to your playstyle in seconds in order to win fights. It's mostly the combination of these things that will get you out of gold. Essentially, you want to use your playstyle combined with your teammates' playstyle and utilize them to the point where you guys help each other and you guys benefit each other. If you guys aren't taking anything away from each other, then it's probably not going to work out. If you guys do happen to have any questions, concerns, and comments, of course leave them in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one.